fashion.
Yeah, I mean, almost a minute slower than last year. And it is beautiful weather out there. A little bit cooler, but I think nice for a 5K.
Well, it is nice weather for a 5K. I don't think the wind's picked up or anything. I'm not quite sure why they've been so tentative in the early running here. Nobody really seemed keen to commit. And Janeth Chepngetich, who leads at the moment, is a 26-year-old, plenty of experience, but I was really expecting Medina Eisa to go out harder than this. She was 4th in the World Championships over 5K in Riga back in October 23, the inaugural World Championships. And as mentioning that, so only yesterday, World Athletics announced that there will be no World Running Road Running Championships this year. It was expected to be in San Diego, but a few weeks ago, unfortunately, San Diego had to pull out. World Athletics confirmed there will be no Road Running Championships, World Road Running Championships this year. You could almost call today, therefore, the unofficial World Road Running Championships.
Yeah, but looking, at Medina Eisa, you were saying that she ran that 29-25 road 5K in February. She split faster than what she's running right here, right now.
Much faster. Don't know if she's had any problems or what. She is very young and inexperienced and maybe lacking confidence. But going for a hat trick here, she won in 14:46 2 years ago. And she too is one of those young athletes that's great on all surfaces. She was silver medalist in the World Junior Cross Country in Bathurst, Australia, a couple of years back. She can do it on the track, she can do it on the roads, and she can do it on the country. But single file now, beginning to develop at the front end, Carrie, and that suggests maybe the pace has picked up a little bit through this second kilometre. We shall see, but that first kilometre, 3:04, really conservative.
Yeah, just kind of seeing where people are at, but now they're starting to attack. You can see that, as you said, as they string out just a little bit of an incline right here as they move around this corner. But really, a lot of people in this front pack that I think you and I both are a little bit interested and a little, we're kind of surprised by.
Well, it's going to be one of those races that will produce negative splits, I'm sure. It'll get quicker and quicker as it goes on. The last kilometre at 2:54, that's more like it.
Yep.
14:56, they're beginning to warm to the task.
Und erneut heißen wir Sie ganz herzlich willkommen. Auf dem Zielgeraden, dieser neuen Gestaltung, langen Zielgeraden, 100 Meter. Bis zum Ziel.
Janeth Chepngetich, then the 26-year-old, continues to lead. All Africa Games champion over 10,000 last year. And Chepngetich, well, she is a great track racer, 8:23 for 3,000 in Lausanne last summer, 14:45 for 5,000, and is 5th in the Prefontaine 10,000, 30:04. So she has all the qualities, Carrie, as a great track racer from 3,000 up to 10,000. She might spring a surprise here, Janeth Chepngetich.
Well, we've seen it here before where some of these athletes are new to the roads and they really use that track pedigree that they have. But as they just came through, the crowds are going crazy, and you can see the athletes' energy almost get a little bit more up on their toes. They really are starting to run now.
They are moving this third kilometre, I'm sure will be quicker still. 3:04 and then 2:54, that's a significant 10-second increase in tempo for the kilometre split as they are in single file. Medina Eisa in second place there, 14:23, her best in Barcelona back in December. She's the 4th fastest in history at 5K on the roads. The world record is an almost science fictional 13:54 by Beatrice Chebet. That was in Barcelona just last December. With the shoe technology moving on and advancements in training knowledge and practices, records are being broken all the time and new barriers being punched through. And we've already had a world record here this morning from Agnes Ngetic in that 10K, if you joined us in the last few minutes. A women-only world record of 29:27. So Medina Eisa, the pre-race favourite, going for a hat-trick of wins here at Road to Records over 5K. In second place, Janeth Chepngetich is in the lead. And Gayla Hambese, the 22-year-old, back in fourth at the moment. Just trying to see who's in third there. It's hard to see.
Is it Fortune?
It is Fortune, yes. Fortune Tesfaye, who was third here last year. She too in fabulous form. She was second in the Valencia half marathon last October in 63:21. She can show that half marathon strength, and I would expect her actually to push pretty hard soon. That third kilometre, 2:58, so 14:54. Wasn't as quick as I expected, that third kilometre, 2:58. 14:54.
So watch that woman in third here, Fortune, as you've been talking about, third here last year, but she ran that half marathon just a few weeks ago in Berlin in a 63:35, crazy fast, but she also had a really nice 10K in Valencia in January, 29:42. So her credentials are very similar to Medina, and she and Medina right there in second and third.
Well, do you know what? Janeth Chepngetich was almost acting like a pacemaker. She's running with real aggression at the front. She has got the credentials to take this race, but it's almost like as a preordained agreement, and I can't see why she would do that when the two favourites are Ethiopians, Medina Eisa, the defending champion, Fortune Tesfaye in fabulous form, who is the most experienced of them at 27, Fortune Tesfaye, and third last year. She knows most of this circuit. She looks very relaxed in second place there.
She looks really good, almost biding her time just to wait to touch the front. And Janeth is not giving it up. She really has pressure on to lead this race, not even waving or signaling to have someone help her.
So they come through now with 1 lap to run. It's winding up wonderfully. Janeth Chepngetich has led every step of the way so far. Are things going to change here? Medina Eisa nearest the camera there, the defending champion, looks ever so relaxed, doesn't she, with that little headband, that light headband in her hair. Looks so relaxed. They come past us.
Gayla in fourth looks very smooth as well. She isn't so much up on the shoulder, but she's just been relaxed, waiting to see what happens in front of her.
Well, they have run a cautious race. I mean, there's no world records going to happen this morning. That's quite clear. Not many personal bests either, I suspect, in the way these last 3.5 kilometers have unfolded. So they enter the final lap now. They've got about 4 minutes of hard running to come. So 12 minutes on the clock then in this women's 5K. We're on the final circuit of almost 4 laps here in Herzegovina. Janeth Chepngetich continues to lead the 26-year-old Kenyan. She's had 3 colleagues in close attendance throughout, and now maybe that attendance gets closer than ever. Checking a watch there is the defending champion, Medina Eisa, to the right of picture there. To the left of picture, Fortune Tesfaye, the left of this quartet towards the back there. She could be a real danger after third last year and third in the Valencia 10K back in January in 29:42. We know she's in fabulous form after 3 weeks ago, running 63.5 minutes to win the Berlin half marathon by 3.5 minutes. I thought she might take this on, Fortune, and run aggressively and use her strength. But each of these athletes, you have to say, Carrie, in this sort of situation, they must be confident of their kicks.
They must be confident of their kicks, but they have to use this course to their advantage. There's lots of turns here coming up, so they have to be ready to be able to navigate through this pack if they're sitting and kicking like Fortune is right now.
Well, the last couple of turns here on this newly created circuit, which are gentle turns, but Janeth Chepngetich still leads. Medina Eisa, right to picture, the defending champion, looking for a hat-trick here after winning last year in 14:38. Today has been considerably slower. They went through 4K in 11:57. That 4th kilometre, a 3:01. So they've run a very, very cagey, cautious, tactical race here. The kilometre split is 3:04, 2:54, 2:58, and then 3:01. There's been no winding up here. This final circuit is what it's all about.
This is what I'm getting nervous. Fortune is on the inside. She's trying to make some moves here, Tim, but Janeth is playing it smart, not letting her get out. But right now, Medina moves to the lead. This might be what Fortune needs to get up to the front.
This is where your leg speed gets tested to the max. It's more like a track race, this one. They've run it very conservatively, and it makes it a bit of a lottery. Medina Eisa, the defending champion, hits the front for the first time with about 300 to go. She gestures there to the athlete behind her, to Ethiopian. I'm not sure what that was all about. But Medina Eisa leads. Is she going to get the hat trick here? There's nothing in it. There were 4, there were 3. Now we're down to 2. Medina Eisa and Ethiopian right behind her. Who's got the speed? This comes down to raw leg speed over the last 180. And Medina Eisa has proven in the last 2 years she has the speed to get the victory. Here she looks like she's going to get the victory again. It is going to be a 3-peat for Medina Eisa. The 20-year-old takes the win once again. 14:49 unofficially there for Eisa. Well, the others gambled, but Medina Eisa was a gambler too, and she was the most successful gambler of the quartet. 3 in a row for Medina Eisa. That last kilometre will undoubtedly have been the fastest of the race. The winning time 14:48. Well, it's not super fast by global standards, but it was wonderfully intense racing there in the latter stages. And still there's only a handful of women globally who've ever run faster than that. 14:40. Anything under 15 minutes for women's 5k is super quick on the track and on the roads. And 14:48 there for Medina Eisa. Makes it win number 3 for the Ethiopian. Well, confirmation of that win in 14:48. A couple of seconds the victory margin there for Medina Eisa. Win number 3 for her ahead of Ethiopian, her compatriot, and Gela.